Mr. President, thank you for choosing the moon.
Sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have liftoff.
And Magnus win for Audi.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the president of Audi of America, Scott Keogh.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Absolute pleasure to be here. Now, as you know, 8 years ago, we became the first premium automaker to have a Super Bowl spot. And with nearly 100 million people watching, we put old luxury on notice in a very big way. For us, really, the R8 started a revolution. It didn't just win at the racetrack. It didn't just become what a superhero got when he really wanted to fly. The R8 didn't just join the luxury conversation. It led it. And it led the charge for a redesigned model lineup. It pioneered those LED headlights that became an instant icon, and everyone has been chasing Audi. For us, really, here at Audi of America, the R8 put Audi on the map. It declared our intent, and it accelerated absolutely everything. Our annual sales grew from 80,000 when we launched the R8 to 100,000 in 2010 to 200,000 units just this past year. And February, as you all know, was our 62nd consecutive month of record sales. Our efforts over the past few years, a climb that really started here with the R8, launched us higher, faster than we even expected. We are clearly a brand with soul, and more than ever, we are a brand that makes absolute logical sense. A #1 brand rating by Consumer Reports and #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Now, as we enter an exciting time of change in our industry, we certainly intend to push even higher. And just as we did 8 years ago, that climb begins from this very stage. This is the car that will lead Audi into the next phase of our ascent, the all-new 2017 R8 V10 Plus. It goes on sale at Audi dealers across the country next month. The R8 V10 Plus shares more DNA with its racing counterparts than any other vehicle on the market. It shares 50% of its parts with the all-new R8 LMS over there. The R8 LMS has already taken the checkered flag in some of motorsport's most demanding races. From its global debut at the Nürburgring 24-hour last summer to its US debut at Rolex 24 in Daytona in January. The engines between the two models are virtually identical. The only difference is the flange that connects the engine and the clutch. That engine is also one of the most durable engines ever produced. Where others need to rebuild their engine after the first race of the season, the engine in the LMS can race for an entire season with normal maintenance. This is the type of durability and performance that wins 24-hour endurance races and breathes life into every R8. With up to 610 horsepower and a top speed of 205 miles per hour, the R8 is the most powerful production car Audi has ever made. Now, clearly, while nothing matches the thrill of driving the R8, the thrill of simply sitting inside the R8 is actually a very close second. That's why we say that the R8 is 50% race car, but 100% full stop Audi. Now, We believe there should be no ceiling on performance, as you can imagine, and sometimes there also should be no roof on performance. So to tell you more, it's my sincere pleasure to introduce the board member for sales and marketing from Audi AG in Ingolstadt, who has another exciting announcement. Dr. Dietmar Vogenreiter. Dietmar, please.
Thank you,
All
Scott.
cheers.
Thanks. Isn't it a wonderful, great car? I love it, be honest. I also remember the Super Bowl spot, the commercial. It was also a great story. And I also like very much the headline of Motor Trend. They called this car the quickest naturally aspirated car that they ever tested. And I think this makes a lot of fun. And today we have even more with us, but it's not only about high speed, it's also about the way you experience this performance. Dear ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be here in New York at this auto show, and it's awesome to present a fantastic worldwide, brand new world premiere here in the US. The new R8 is our flagship for our Audi Sport brand, which combines all our high-performance RS and R models. Last year, we sold more than 17,000 RS and R models worldwide, and these are really high-performance cars. If we would include our S models, we would be by far leading in this segment. But more than 17,000 really high-performance RS and R models we sold last year. This means more than 13% compared to the year before. From a 5-year perspective, we doubled our sales volume in the high-performance segment with R and RS cars. And this year, in 2016, we see clear growth potential in this segment for high-performance R and RS cars. Today, we have worldwide 280 Audi Sport dealers, and we will increase this number to even more than 600 Audi Sport dealers to the end of next year. More than twice, this is clear. And now it's really time for a new member of our Audi Sport family. Our world premiere, the R8 Spider. It's showtime. The new R8 Spider. It's our open-top, high-performance sports car. It combines outstanding sportiness, thrilling design, and great driving pleasure. Just listening to its engine sound, it's like listening to music. One thing is clear. It's the mighty mid-engine which makes this car really wonderful, that sets the tone in the new R8 Spider V10. 540 horsepower, 540 Newton-meter of torque, and a top speed of nearly 200 miles in an open-top car. I think this is quite cool. And the new R8 Spider is 15% lighter than its predecessor. This is again a benchmark. And sitting in the car, it feels really great because you immediately feel the focus completely on the driver. You can operate all important functions via the steering wheel controls. And you have the Audi 3D virtual cockpit presenting all the information you need, especially in the performance mode. In a nutshell, the R8 Spider is the ultimate open-top, high-performance Audi. And it has all the motorsports DNA for our brand. And now, ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the new CEO of our Audi Sport brand. I'm happy that our former CEO and president of Lamborghini is now responsible for these nice products. Please invite me on stage, Stefan Winkelmann. Thank you, Stefan.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. And I have to say that I am within the Audi family since more than 11 years, leading the Lamborghini brand. So for me, I at least know the people, I know the products, and I think it's a good omen to stand next to a car like this, because after just 1 week in the position, this is quite something. I have to say that the benefit of this work and on all the RS models you might see around is due to my predecessor, Heinz Sollerweger, and the team, his team, my team now, under the Audi Sport brand or company, which they did. So thank you for this, Mr. Sollerweger. You did a great job, and also to the team. Give me the weeks and the months I need to get the strategy of Audi Sport, and then I will be back to you. This is a promise I make. And I have to say, one thing I already know, and this is for Scott, for sure, is that the US market has the potential really to be the biggest market for the Audi Sport brand. So thank you very much. And Scott, now it's your stage again. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Well, I can assure you, in every one of my meetings throughout the day, it's always the US is a very important market. There's a code word in there, of course, that means more sales. So I got the message, very effectively taken, without a doubt. But Dietmar, thank you very much, Stefan, and clearly this is just the beginning. While our first Super Bowl ad put Old Luxury on notice that we'd arrived, our most recent ad announced clearly a new target. Choosing the moon does bring out the very best in us. Coincidentally, Audi of America, first came here to the United States in 1969, the very year of the moon landing. When John F. Kennedy announced the race to the moon, he said that our nation, America, had tossed its cap over the wall, and now we had to chase it. Well, nearly 112 million people saw our ad live, along with more than 22 million views on YouTube. Everyone has seen us, Audi of America, throw our cap over the wall, and now I can promise you we will chase it. We're going to chase it with a whole new product lineup, 12 new models, over the next 3 years. We're going to chase it with 25% of our sales coming from electrics by 2025. We're going to chase it with new car-sharing models and advances in piloted driving. And if the R8 has anything to say about it, we absolutely are going to catch it quickly. 8 years ago, we launched our journey upwards. Today, we're launching the next phase of that journey, and we intend to reach higher than ever before. Thank you very, very much. Dietmar, Stefan, thank you.
Voilà.